Here's your clicker, and you have that your presentations up and ready to go.
When do students usually take their SATs?
SAT isn't really scheduled like ACT. Kind of an East Coast thing.
I can register them, but I don't know how that coincides with the high school.
Yeah. I don't know that. I think that's SAT takers. No, I would have to look it up just like anybody else would look it up. I guess.
Her goal is to apply.
Okay. We used to have a representative. We used to have a representative at Blandon.
Okay.
I got to think about his name again.
Is that still?
What's your name?
Real knows a gentleman who used to come in and talk about all of the IB stuff. Jessica was just on right before the one section.
Okay.
We're ready to go.
Right. Julie was always hired to speak around the floor.
No, no one has signed up.
All right. Thank you. Which is high school. Mr. Austin. Good evening, Board members, Superintendent Gross. Thank you for this opportunity. These board reports for the schools are always to try to make them unique, and thinking about this year's, I don't know if I did this last year or not, but I thought it was very fitting going into this 26-27 school year to talk a little bit about our staff report, our teaching staff report. So, Julie, I can.
Sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't, so I'll run it.
Okay, so I just want to briefly talk a little bit about our teaching staff. I think it's very important for a lot of different reasons. But first of all, like the fact that we're fully licensed, fully staffed, fully licensed is a big deal and is rarer than you think in northern Minnesota. So we enter the school year with 61 fully licensed teachers, meaning everybody's qualified to teach the subject area. Many times there's variances and things like that you need to, put in place just because of the scarcity sometimes of some of the licenses, but this is a big deal. I think three things that I want to highlight is our experience. We're highly educated and we are specialty certified at the Grand Rapids High School. And these things all make an impact on the quality, obviously, of the education, but also retainment of our teaching staff. Julie, if you can, next one. Oh, I think I'm working now. Come on. So this is just a quick snapshot of what it looks like overall with our staff. We have our average district tenure is nearly 12 years. 10 years is our median district tenure. If you look at the staff with 10 plus years, 59% of our staff at the Grand Rapids High School. Now, I want to make a disclaimer. This is just time served in the Grand Rapids School District. So obviously, we also recruit or we attain teachers that have experience. But overall, what that number really needs to kind of shine a light on is the fact that when staff come, they stay, which is very encouraging. Master's degree education obviously is very important with regards to steps and lanes, but it's also very critical with bringing expertise in the classroom. 77% of our teachers have attained their master's degree. 23% are SIT certified, IB qualified, and also CTE certified. We have 16% of our staff there. And I'll show a little bit more of a breakdown on a couple more slides. So to talk a little bit more about the experience and longevity, I think when you're a principal or you're a leader in a building, the ultimate is to have a bit of a bell curve type shape for your staff. With the rule of 90 obviously being kind of extinguished or put on pause or however, hopefully you want to look at that. We are seeing our staff in the top end of the age brackets a little bit more, I think, than previous. But still, we look at the bulk of our staff is in that 10 to 19 years. We have 9 of our staff over 20 plus years. We have even a couple that are over 30 years in the district. We have the number one seniority person in our building as well. So very strong population. We're also encouraged by the youth as well. I think the thing to consider when we're looking at some of our younger staff members is we have established expert master teachers to be able to mentor them in our building. So I'm very, very fortunate that Grand Rapids High School has the diversity that we do. And I think a big part of that too is our traditions that we've been able to build up at our building have really made an impact with regards to teachers stretching themselves, striving for new opportunities, new and creative ways, things to bring into the classroom for our students. Obviously, like I said, the educational attainment is a big deal. Out of our 61 teachers, 47 are in that master's level, bachelor's 14. So the majority of teachers, they hold their highest degree or higher. What's also very unique is teachers don't necessarily just stay there and get to their master's. They go beyond and attain either additional accreditation or looking for opportunities to improve their craft. So it's just a culture that's been built of that professional growth. This is also something that I think we as a district need to take great pride in the fact that our high school is still very competitive, where our enrollment continues to grow throughout the summer. And I think it has a lot to do with obviously our course offerings, but even more importantly is the certifications and specialization of our teachers. College and school, as you know from previous presentations, is very strong in our building. 14 of our staff members are certified to teach a collegiate level course, which enables us to provide credit-bearing courses for our students. The IB, it's not the same 14 students, but it does run hand in hand with our IB certification. For our SITs, the application process is pretty arduous. You have to have multiple letters of recommendation, and the qualifications through your education degree is how you're SIT certified. For IB, there's also components of trainings that you need to stay on top of in order to be IB certified. CTE, our career and technical education, that's a big number, 10 staff member. Again, most of our school districts surrounding areas would be really happy with a handful. The fact that we have 10 that are spread out from business to tech, construction, work-based learning, everywhere from counselors to instructors to special ed instructors have these certifications, and it connects the career pathways. Perkins funding, the funding part of it is really pertinent to our situation when we're talking about cost of teaching staff. The benefit that we get for our CT certified instructors and their supplies, can't be overstated. So on the bottom left there, 26% or 43% of our teachers, so nearly half are certified in at least one of these programs. So kudos. So again, just a quick brief synopsis of our staff. We're very excited about this year. I'm also excited about this school year. But knowing that there is a team, there's a stable behind me, that is the reason that for our strength is really important. We have a deep bench. They're highly educated and they continue to push themselves. It's rare that I don't know if it's ever been done where I have to beg a teacher to be SITS or IB certified or want to go through the CTE process. Like this is something that they're striving to do for the betterment of students first. Again, the recruiting and retention, it can speak for itself when you have the reputation I believe that we've built up. People want to work here. We've had, obviously there's a lot of neighboring districts and sometimes they're kind of the building ground for some of the staff that we currently have, but we really want the best here and staff know that when they get here, they're, hopefully not stagnant. They continue to push themselves to become better for our students. So that's what I got for tonight. Love to have any questions that you guys have.
Yes, thanks, Sarah. Our teachers are focused on Grand Rapids High School. Do they expand beyond that to the Big Four, for example, et cetera?
Yeah, I think the question that you're asking maybe is some of our itinerants or our staff, things like that. One of the things that, being so highly educated and certifications makes you a prime target for maybe some colleges and institutions. And we've had quite a few of our staff in the last couple of years that have offered adjunct professor roles at both Bemidji State and at Minnesota North. And that's fantastic. When they're challenged at college level, they're also helping our students out as well. But there's always the concern that we might lose some of our more at least specialized staff, but it's also the type of environment that we want to encourage them to pursue their dreams as well. And so it is something that I think we're mindful of, but at the same time is we want to build leaders in our building because wherever the next stepping stone will be, they'll be just stronger because they have that great foundation of being Grand Rapids High School staff.
I think that this offer Zoom meetings or Zoom classes.
Yeah, so we've had some of those in the past, Mr. Marty. I think this upcoming year with the incorporation of Grava, we have less of that where we used to have instructors teaching both to our kids here in person and Big Fork online. And this year, I don't believe we have a cohort from Big Fork, but that's always something that we've been able to partner with them on in the past. I think our partners at the Big Fork, and we benefit from them as well. But some of our courses like health and music and things like that, being able to have those teachers connect and collaborate has been really beneficial. So appreciate it.
Thank you.
So you mentioned do we offer those IB classes or English classes to our students, or is there any kind of are there any courses that are comparable? Are they good?
Yeah, that's a good question. I think we're still in the process of expanding the catalog with Gravo for our components, both SITS and IB. There are limitations. IB is still in a format that needs to be delivered in person. SITS, the UMD component also is very specific with regards to the curriculum and being in person as well. Those are expanding and they are allowing more flexibility. I don't know if we'll see IB real soon, but SITS I can see a component like that. AP is a little bit more geared towards the online component. The IB, the reason that we went with that curriculum is just there's so many hands-on experiential opportunities that you just can't get anywhere else.
Students coming specifically for IB.
Oh yeah, we do. We see, Grava students are a variety in terms of what they may choose to take in person, such as like a music or band course, or welding hands-on. But there's also that component of being able to continue to take, whether it's an linguistics course, so they can get the color. Yeah. Questions?
I hope you will express, pride, to your staff of, all the talent and support of our students.
Much appreciated. With longevity and experience, I feel very, very fortunate that I'm in the role that I'm in with the people behind me, leading the building and taking care of our children and grandmothers. So it's not lost to me. Thank you.
Thanks.
All right, we will adjourn until 6:30.
Yeah, thank you guys. Did I do that last year?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Ready.
All right, I'll call my meeting to order. Please stand for the pledge. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic which stands one nation under God, indivisible, liberty and justice for all. Thank you for today's first meeting agenda item. We're really agenda item. So move by David, second by Mark. Any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? The agenda is approved. The next item is to approve the minutes of the August 7, 2026 regular school board meeting. Or the meeting for a motion to approve. By Ashley. Second by David. Any discussion? All in favor? Say aye. Aye. Opposed? The minutes of August 10, 2026 regular school board meeting are approved. The next item is to approve the July 2026 claims in the amount of $7,542,648.73. Do I have a motion to approve? Motion by Mark. Moved by Mark. Second by Ashley. Any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye. 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 Opposed? The July 2026 claims are approved. The next item is to approve an update to our banking permissions. Mr. Superintendent.
Yeah, this just allows Casey Roll to be able to access the banking records that she needs to do her job. So in the audit season, doesn't grant her access beyond that. It just sits in the business office.
So moved.
Moved by David. Second by Ashley. Any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? All right, meeting permissions are updated as presented. The next item is to approve the 2026 2018 school board meetings.
Thanks, Chair. Last week, the board had a work session to review a draft that's discussion about meetings. We reviewed last year as well. We significant progress in every one of those items. This year, we reviewed those. We had a discussion about staff well-being. I had 6 on there. We were mindful that we didn't want to have too many. That's still the same, maybe one less than we had last year. We have got some infrastructure and machinery in place there to do that work. So number 6 there is I didn't do that between last week and now. So this is what it's going to be.
Thank you. I don't know if you're approving the minutes from the 2026 2027 school board. So moved by Mark. Moved by Mark. Second by Ashley. Any discussion? I would just go with the report on we're going to look at it for a packet here. For number 6, since I would have approved the review on last record, any concerns or questions around the wording?
Thanks.
All right. Any other discussion? Hearing none, a motion for all in favor, say aye. Aye. Opposed? All right, 26, 27, approved. The next item is to accept the second reading and approve the list of the following policies.
These policies were included in the first reading or last board meeting. Again, they reflect the changes that are recommended by the school board association. We've also been reviewed extensively by the policy review committee, and they come with their recommendation. I recommend them for approval.
Thank you. Motion approved.
Second. I sat in on the policy review committee. These are very straightforward improvements to our existing policies.
One comment I would specifically make was that on a couple of these, it looks like the updates are just changed the who to contact was and how to contact the folks. Is that common to have people listed here, or do you have to be consistent with this all along the time? Yeah, I think it probably is, yes. So let's see if we can do that. I just think that we need to update first. We need to follow it. All right, any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor, say aye. Aye, opposed? The list of policies has been updated. Next item is order books. Mr. Ross.
On Saturday, on the big works here last week after, and we there was deep a lot of discussion on the report regarding communications that the consultant had provided. I would be to tour technologies. Yeah, mine is extremely important part of our community, of our investor base. Very impressive. It's very high quality steel. They're very consistent with their operation for a very long time, and it was probably not the most all my experience.
Perfect. Well,
We had talked on this.
We got to do your photos.
I every day,
No.
come back.
No, that's all right. We'll come back. All right.
Participated about half the meeting. With one big board who was virtually live. I also attended the half board meeting. That was basically, putting all the details in place. That's all.
All right. Okay. The only thing I had to report was, I attended the facilities committee, meeting, last week. All right, next item is, superintendent.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. One thing I want to note that both Mark and Tom and Grateful Supervisory Committee has sent as well. The communication report is included in your access folder. One of the things that we work that project we worked on is communications, and we were able to access individual comment from one of the school districts who works with school districts on communication, obviously plans. So happy to look at what's happening before, and he made some really good observations, recommendations, talking to a number of staff and families about the communication issues. I think one of the things that you find with these things is the source of the symptoms are not always the same as what the cause is. And so, you need some recommendations I think will help. One of the things that we believe will help us well, besides some things that we did for school, are shaping the parents wear. It's also going to be really, really helpful. And so, that is not coming up without its own problems and reconciling that basically. And treating, to talk about to each other. We have a database that's very significant that houses all our HR and finance. We have a database that's very significant that houses all our student records and student information. The parents has its own database, and so getting all the street talks is a little bit challenging, right? We're getting closer every day, more we're at every day. We've had set September 30th as our goal to when we're able to completely shift away from, I think the last one was 7 or 8 different communication systems into this one. And I think this is going to add some functionality that's going to be beneficial as well. But, it'll beat that whole thing because it's running at full speed. So we've got a little ways to go. We'll really introduce it to staff this week, and our approach is that the leaders of the buildings, the building staff, they were going to sacrifice crucial information to get a deadline, so we're going to have some sort of that, so we're continuing to move the future in the next 30 years. So, we do that on the big part as well, so there's more, a single source of truth and for that communication and really that is one of the things that is happening in the ramp up that's going on right now. We have principal meetings today, and one and talk a lot of technology. It always seems like there's things like that to come up, and it's difficult. We really need the systems going. We really need people here to do that. We're not trying to do that at a time when we're already stressed and getting school going. So it's going to work out. We'll get through it. It's just some things here that we need to figure out. Principals have really busy, not only ramping up their staff, really for their staff, but ramping up their building, but themselves getting ready for what they need to do. And so a number of trainings, and I think children will be here on September 1st. The first day of teachers is tomorrow. Most teachers have been already doing that thing. And whether it's initially on the clock, with some training, or just getting into their rooms so they're feeling more ready to go. I think the idea that you just have to stick around or other employees do is not a thing. It's going to be on one side or the a lot of them are here making sure that school gets started and goes off this. We're certainly doing that. I've been out to the last couple of weeks, our Superintendent's Association, it was our turn to get a grant on it, so we wrote a proposal to have professional development for the area superintendents, and been working with other leaders in the area to make that happen. So we had a first session recently. That was great. The trainer is very involved with the National Association and does a lot of training nationally, so that was really good. I gave a report last week to the Minnesota State Superintendent's Association, along with two of my colleagues. They're also serving on the committee for the task force plan or the proposal that we're preparing is in its final stages of revision. It's due to the legislature in about a month, and so I'll probably give a more in-depth report on that once official finalized report is done. I think I'll leave it at that. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Mr. Superintendent. Yes, a couple questions. So we look at the permit transfer that are, as we look at merging those databases, is there any concern, or are we doing some type of auditing to make sure that, obviously anytime you have databases that the right security is in place, so somebody can click on something that's going to get something. Because now you're kind of talking about an interface that didn't exist for us, right? Is there, are they doing that on it, or are we doing it on our own? I mean, I think that's got to be kind of a step where a nice part again, but we got to get part of it first. But at some point, there's got to be a wrapper that says, okay, let's see if we can get into something we're not supposed to be able for that.
Yeah, it's a good question. The data is moving forward in one direction. So we have our upstream, the furthest upstream data is that's our HR business. That data flows downstream to the campus, and then that data flows down to the transfer. So it's like check valves in between all those. The data can go back upwards. It can only be downloaded. But the tricky thing is each one of those databases has fields, and ensuring that those fields map appropriately has been the issue. And so now that we know that our employee ID is sort of uniform all the way through, we're able to say, hey, Scott, I want to map this piece of employee data to the downstream database, and then database map is, that field that is downstream database, but there's no going back.
Yeah, I don't need an entry. That's right. You can still do something. If there was
all of a sudden he's got surrounded, let's say, right? You thought I was walking in this after certainly, you know, you gave me the view of everything you have that would be significantly different than what I would be.
Yeah, if that were even the worst case scenario, I would say that it would be more likely that my, you know, username and password would get hacked than anything. I don't have write capabilities even to Skyward. The worst case scenario, if somebody were able to hack my username and password in parents' words, they'd be able to send a message. You know, they'd be able to send a message. But in terms of changing data, yeah, we'll be able to do that. They can also move on.
So maybe, what maybe I'm going to talk about is someone doing that thing. Like if somebody running and stuff, you know, we used to do stuff like this, there's a piece of that. Somebody's kind of going into this doing so that somebody's kind of going in the blocks. Or there's something that goes out and everybody just try and access the
We are going to do some phishing testing this year for username and passwords and ensuring that you know the security that way. We're doing that. And one of the things that causes the conservation is today is updating our password rules to 50 characters and dual authentication. You know, everybody knows it's a lot of hardware. It's a pain, and I think everybody else knows why we have to do that. But in the meantime, it's kind of adding.
Any other comments? All right. Upcoming school board committee and meeting dates are posted on each agenda, and school board meeting attendance can be found on the district website and on the designated posting site, and obviously creates the educational services center here. Is there any other business to come forward?
I just wanted to quickly talk about the last week I think these were made by our PMs. These were occupied by the staff. Back in this week, the QR code, they will be passed out to the last week throughout the community. If you understand this, it brings up over to their business stuff. And thank you for the families. So it's super comfortable way to get that information out. And you have to use it with the that way,
Any other business to come forward? Julie, has anyone signed up to share the public info?
No, no one has signed up.
All right.
so